Hello everyone. Very good afternoon, guys. Very good afternoon and welcome to Gradeup. My name is Abhishek Singh and I welcome you all in this very important and very learning session today. And this is going to be about the recent launch of India for the genome mapping in the Indian Ocean. All right. So today we are going to discuss about this particular topic. All right. So let us start without any further delay. First of all, I would like to introduce you further. My name is Abhishek, as you all might be aware. So guys, make sure that you are online right now. I have started the topic. So as far as you can see my qualifications, so guys, I have been guiding the UPSC aspirants since 2017 and these are my UPSC credentials. So you can get them checked, and this is a brief reminder to all the dear candidates that guys, just 56 days are left for this examination. So make sure that you are highly focused on your goal. You are not at all diverted to any other thing except your target for now. And guys, those who are willing to appear in 2022, you still have approximately little more than a year to left. So it's not a lot of time, okay? So make sure that you are exactly on the target. So what's the news? What is the news of today's lecture? Basically, India has launched genome mapping in Indian Ocean, and it is the country's first of its kind research project that aims to be, the understanding tool for ocean's biochemistry and response to the climate change, pollution, nutrient stress, etc. All right. So guys, it is actually a 3-year long project that will cost approximately 25 crores and make sure that it is overall used, right? It will make sure that it uses the ocean and its details to understand in a better way about the climatological changes as well as its impact on Indian ecosystem. Okay. So let us have some further knowledge about it. So guys, India has already decided to launch a 90 days scientific cruise mission to sample water, sediments, planktons, and various organisms in the search of genomes and micronutrients such as iron, zinc, magnesium, etc. All right. So those who are not aware about the genome, what is a genome? So basically, guys, the collection of the sample data collected from all the genes of an organism that help us to determine the overall genetic history, the evolution, the mutations into that, and the future prospective mutations, etc. That study is that actually that pool of the genetic informations that is called as genome. All right. And genome has been proven as a very great source of understanding the evolutionary history in the recent past. All right. So moving further, let us learn something about this part as well. So good afternoon, Tanvi, Bhagyashri Chaudhary, Kirti Bala. Very good afternoon to all of you guys. And I hope that all of you must be doing great, right? So guys, which agency is the nodal agency of this genome project? It is the CSIR, right? CSIR and National Institute of Oceanography. That is, they are the nodal agency to conduct genome and proteome mapping present in the single cell organisms in the Indian Ocean, right? So recently, as you might be aware, that at Bhimbetka also, right, at Bhimbetka also, Dickinsonia, that animal, the earliest type of animal that was discovered. So we are in a very much euphoric mood. We want further more discoveries like this, which make it very clear to understand the evolutionary history of the animal species particularly, right? So expedition will start from Vishakhapatnam and travel up to 30 degrees south. That is the waters between Australia and Maldives. And it will go as deep as 6 kilometers into the Indian Ocean to collect the samples. So guys, the questions which can be probably asked from this particular page, the question can be about two things. First, about the Nodal Agency. So it is important. Please remember the name of Nodal Agency. Second, the place of beginning, right? That is Visakhapatnam. That can be asked. And third, there are less chances, but still the question can be asked related to which particular place, that is 30 degrees south. Okay, 30 degrees south. That means between Maldives and Australia. All right. So we need to understand the important points from the exam point of view. That is why we are doing it. All right. Scientists will then use the next generation genome sequencing and the Sanger sequencing techniques to extract the genetic information. So guys, we all know that first of all, the genetic pool, the genome is prepared. Then the genetic sequencing or genome sequencing is utilized to study the information stored in that particular genome. So scientists are planning the same thing once they are able to collect the proper samples. All right. So why are scientists planning these things? What are the objectives of the mission? Let us have a look on the objectives of the mission. First, to identify and characterize the genes and proteins in the ocean to understand the cellular level operations of organism in the ocean. As I told you that the genome and the genetic mapping, okay, the genome mapping, that can be very much essential, very much significant in order to understand the cellular level operations. Because we all, those who have studied the basic biology, they must be aware that every single cellular activity that is regulated by a particular gene or the sequence of a particular genetic combination. So that regulates the cellular activities. So that is why scientists are trying to identify and characterize such genes which are important for these cellular level operations. Proteins act as the catalyst for biochemical reaction. So guys, basically the scientists are trying to understand the cellular level operations. For that, they have identified one thing, that proteins, they act as the catalyst for the biochemical reactions. What is the catalyst? Basically the one which alters the rate of reaction, that is catalyst, basically increases. All right. Through the proteomics or the proteome mapping, we can identify the biochemistry of the organisms under varying ocean conditions. So what is biochemistry? Basically the study of those molecules, right, which are forming the basic life of the organism. So through the proteomics, what will you do? We will understand the biochemistry of these organisms, right, in a much easier way. Now, moving further, what are the advantages of this Indian Ocean Genome Mapping project? Okay. So guys, first of all, this expedition, it may help to strengthen the country's research into the commercial biotechnology applications. So we are all aware that biotechnology is the future of the life sciences as well as its interaction with the other informatic sciences. So guys, it is going to be a great deal if we are able to get some anti-cancer treatments or some sort of understanding about the climate change pattern, etc., with the help of the biotechnological applications and studying that with the help of studying this Indian Ocean genome. Okay. At the same time, it will also be helpful to open the new avenues into taxonomy. So guys, those who do not know some terminology, so I will try and tell the meaning of those terms. So one of that term is taxonomy. So taxonomy is basically the system of classification of the living organisms. All right, of the living organisms. So basically we are trying and we are expecting that if we will discover the genome mapping and we will cover it up, so we may find some new changes in the taxonomy of the deep sea species, maybe some new species or some genetic link is obtained, right? Anything can happen. And the project will also map genetic diversity of organisms, micronutrients, and trace metals in them. Okay, so basically it will be working for the genetic diversity of organisms, that identification of that. It will also identify the micronutrients and the trace metals. That means to understand that how has the metals, different metals which are considered, I think, poisonous for the human beings. Sometimes they are considered to induce the genetic disorders, right? Like arsenic or mercury, etc. So the scientists will also try to find the metallic traces into the as a reason for the genetic diversity of these organisms. Okay, so that will also bring certain very shocking results, it is expected. So this project will also help to understand the cellular biochemistry and the response of the ocean to climate change. Basically, ocean is nowadays facing the nutrient stress, because we all know that due to the increasing temperature or the global warming, the average temperature of the oceans, that is rising. Okay, and due to the rising temperature, the dissolved oxygen that is reduced in any liquid, particularly water. All right, so same is happening with the ocean also, but a very decent, very less you can say speed, but still that is enough to change the climatic condition of the aquatic ecosystem under ocean. Okay, so basically this project will help us to understand in a more convenient manner that what are the impacts of the various ecological factors, various climatological, environmental factors on the character or on the nature of the ocean as a whole. Okay, so that is going to be a big advantage. In fact, it's a very futuristic type of project that we are having up in this time. So that's why it's very important for UPSC perspective. All right, so what are the challenges, by the way? What are the challenges? So guys, it's very difficult to record and evaluate the species in the ocean. Why? Because we are still not able to identify the big portion of the species living in the deep sea or in the polar oceans. As compared to the terrestrial animals, oceanic or aquatic animals are still far away from being discovered in large numbers. All right, that's why there may be some issue regarding the proper taxonomical classification or proper hereditary evolutionary data, right? Because suppose you get an organism that is not discovered earlier, so you'll have to discover the other organisms of the same species in order to understand the genetic evolution pattern. Okay, so that is what the big challenges are. All right, guys. So I hope that it was a brief and quick session that was very helpful and very understanding to all of you. So guys, Gradeup brings you the UPSC preparation with us, and in that, if your dream is to prepare for UPSC to qualify and get selected, so we are with you. We are presenting to you the IAS 2022 or 2023 foundation course. Here you will get 500 plus live interactive sessions, 500 plus PDFs, mock tests plus sectional tests, along with that more than 4,000 practice questions. So guys, don't do further delay, just join it before it's too late. Call on this number for further counseling, and this number will be helpful for you to avail all the related informations about the Gradeup Super. For example, such as the access to all the running and upcoming courses, okay, structured study plan, expert faculty members, best study material, along with the quiz and the tests. So guys, don't hesitate and feel free to call on our counselors and speak to them. And here are your faculty members. Various faculties will be teaching you various subjects. All right, and we also have the Telegram group. You can join us right there on this link. You will get a lot of useful infos and a lot of questions and updates about our upcoming classes, etc. So guys, make sure that you are taking advantage of this opportunity. And don't forget to like this session if you love this brief and crispy content. So don't forget to give it a big thumbs up and share it with your friends. And guys, don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel of Gradeup IAS for getting such useful and informative videos further. Alright, so all the best to all of you. Thank you so much and keep preparing well because sahi prep hai to life set. So thank you guys, thanks a lot and take care. Have a great day. Bye-bye.